Even after Elon Musk made wild accusations against President Trump, even after he apologized for that and got his stuff together, he's still against the big, beautiful bill. So what's up with that? As much as I love Elon Musk, it would seem he is really acting in his own self-interest, meaning EV, electric vehicles, and Tesla. So he can't possibly be on Team Trump with these views. I discuss with Luke Ford, who makes the point that pretty much everyone acts in their self-interest. Let's take a listen. The problem is that the big, beautiful bill can't really cut what it wants to cut because it's, as you know, it's a tax and spend bill. So you can't put kind of legislative stuff in there rather than just taxing and spending. So everything they tried to cut, the Senate parliamentarian said, no, you can't do that. So Elon Musk's desire to make more cuts and then his criticism of the bill is totally misplaced because you can't do that in this bill. And so if he wants to criticize the bill, he has to say that he's against tax cuts, basically, because you're never going to get cuts passed by Congress because Democrats will not abide by any cuts. And the Senate parliamentarian won't let them do that in this bill. And the Senate parliamentarian, perhaps she is a Democrat. I don't know. That's just a theory I could float. So she sees cuts in social welfare spending. She says, no, that's not nice. I don't like that. That's against the rules.
So if Elon Musk would receive a more intense biochemical rush and more adulation and love for supporting the bill, do you think he would support the bill?
I don't know, because to me, it seems like he would receive more of a kind of affirmation by being for the bill, given that most of the people that like him at this point, I assume, are Republicans. So being against the big, beautiful bill is kind of like a fringe perspective on the right. So I would just circle back to, I feel like he's just going with his self-interest. Trump's self-interest perhaps coincides with the self-interest of just Americans, because, as you say, he's focused on his legacy. So perhaps Trump trying to make a great legacy for himself might coincide with things that Americans might want to make America a better place.
Okay, but you didn't address my point. I didn't ask you, is it possible that Elon Musk would receive more adulation for supporting the bill? I said, if he received more adulation, love, and a biochemical rush for supporting the bill, do you think he would support the bill simply on the basis of the biochemical rush and the level of love and adulation?
Okay,
or do you think that do you think he would choose to go against love, adulation, and biochemical rush in the service of abstract principles?
Right. Okay, I understand the question 100%, but I think that the premise when you say if he would receive more adulation, I think he would receive more adulation. So I think that's self-evident. So then you have to explain, why is he doing something that's against receiving more adulation?
Okay. All right. So how much money would you need to sell out? For example, if you
Not much.
If you were offered $1 million salary to be the chief diversity officer of an institution, and along with that, you would get other perks, would you become the chief diversity officer?
I'm fully available to sell out, but I think it would have to be something at least like adjacent to what I already think and believe. I'm willing to shift a little bit, but I don't think I can do a total 180. And I don't imagine you would either.
For $1 million?
Well, I'm just not a practical person, so that's my problem.
Wow. What do you think about the notion that people almost never have an ideology that goes beyond what's most adaptive to them in a particular situation? So I find that people tend to shift what they say with regard to political, cultural, religious matters depending on the situation they're in.